quite the response from the last video post around this pancreas for research. What's interesting about it is the most vocal appear to be the biggest offenders of it. So let's talk about some of the responses I've gotten. The COO from LifeBank said, in donation and transplantation, the number one goal is providing life-saving gifts of organs, tissues, and corneas to those in desperate need on behalf of the incredible donors and their families. I agree. Unfortunately, some are using distractions and theatrics to make you think progress is not being made, complaining that there are loopholes, and surprisingly attacking research. Let's make it clear, more organ transplants were completed in 2023 than ever before. Yes, let's make it clear. More organs were transplanted in 2023 than ever before. No one's complaining about saving more lives. The video of the post isn't a distraction from the number of lives that were saved, but posts like that are a distraction from what's really happening. So this is typical for the OPO space. Let's play a shell game. Let's do some kind of little nuanced thing. Whoa, I've saved more lives this year than we have ever done. When the general public can understand these things, people can understand these things. So I posted, his data there on the pancreas side, going from 1 pancreas for research to 172, 17,100% increase. So let's talk about another post. Chief Medical Officer in Colorado at Donor Alliance. Matt, you're entitled to your own opinion, but not your own facts. Awesome. My opinion of this is that it's wrong. The fact is that pancreas for research has increased 517% since the release of this new metric. Another fact is over a quarter of this country's population is served by an organ procurement organization that has chosen to manipulate this metric. Another fact is Donor Alliance in Denver has increased their pancreas for research by over 7,200%. In 2020, Donor Alliance placed 2 pancreas for research. 2. The new metric was announced November of 2020, and by 2023, they had done 147 pancreata for research. That's a 7,250% increase, and that's a fact. Some of you may be thinking, well, that's great. We're recovering more pancreas for research. Recovering research organs is a good thing. And you're right. You're 100% right. But there's hearts, there's livers, there's lungs, there's intestine, there's kidneys, there's other organs that can be recovered for research. And if you were to look at the growth of those organs, they've remained relatively flat, while pancreas for research has gone up over 500% in that same period of time. And the only difference is CMS said that would count as an organ in your transplant rate, and that individual would count within your donation rate. That's what's changed. That's what's different for the pancreas, and that's why it's being exploited. When CMS released the metric, the intent was to increase organ donation and transplantation, and it was to drive the focus of the OPOs on what's important and hope that they would come up with innovative solutions to increase donation and transplantation, like increasing your staffing, like responding to referrals faster, implementing electronic referral, training your staff, hiring better staff, doing things that would make a hospital want to continue to do business with that OPO, doing things that would make a transplant center want to continue to work with that OPO. So when they have a choice, they would choose your organization. Instead, these groups have chosen to focus on manipulating and exploiting that metric. And I think a reason for that is all those things I listed before, those are hard. Coming up with a way to manipulate this little loophole, that's easy. And people have chosen to do what's easy. I'm a huge fan of Moneyball. And at the end of it, when Brad Pitt's character sits down with a guy from the Boston Red Sox, he says this awesome line.
This is threatening not just a way of doing business, but in their minds it's threatening the game. But really what it's threatening is their livelihood. It's threatening their jobs. It's threatening the way that they do things. And every time that happens, whether it's a government or a way of doing business or whatever it is, the people who are holding the reins, they have their hands on the switch, they go batshit crazy.
That's what's happening. Accountability feels like tyranny for those who haven't had it.